It's Dr. Lori. I'm in Orlando, Florida at the Russell Home Boutique. Come thrift with me. This is Wedgwood and it's beautiful. What I hate about this is the way it's stacked. I know it looks pretty, but it's very bad for the pieces toward the bottom. It puts undue stress and weight on the pieces at the bottom. Now I understand they don't have a lot of room, but it's better if you even stack them same plates together if you have to stack. But this is a nice set, and this set has it looks like a service for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dinner plates, salad plates, butter dishes, cup and saucer, and there's a bowl in the middle. That bowl, of course, is holding the whole thing up. I'm going to pick one of them up. See there's a little bowl in the middle. So, but I have to say that these are really, the stacking can really hurt the pieces. They're gorgeous, and they are, of course, Wedgwood. They're the Williamsburg wildflowers, based on colonial Williamsburg, and it has a platter as well as the place settings. So it looks like place settings 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting because I'm trying to get a value. Right? I'm trying to go, okay, what is it going to be worth? So I have to get the numbers right. But then they've got a 6th cup and saucer, but I don't see the plates for that cup and saucer. I do see a spectacular platter. That thing is gorgeous, and it doesn't look like these have been used. I mean, it looks like they've either been displayed or they have just been kept in storage for all this time. So they're really quite fine. They're lovely floral form, a nice edge that has a little bit of detail on it. And of course, when you look at the plates, let's take this plate out so you can take a good look at the plate. When you look at the plates, you get a good sense, of course, of the decoration. English patterns, there's always some flowers around the rim. I've been teaching you this. There's always some flowers around the rim with English ceramics, and Wedgwood is one of the finest. Wedgwood will have a couple of different marks. They'll usually have the Made in England mark. They'll typically, depending on their time period, will tell you whether or not it's a commemorative pattern. This one's a commemorative of historic Williamsburg, Virginia, and an embossed mark that relates to the pattern as well as the embossed area around the ridge. So it's telling you something about the actual shape of the plate, the shape of the actual pattern. It's really in nice shape. There's a little bit of an inclusion here, a little bit of problem here, but I would say still definitely worth it. So this says 40 bucks. You can see this on this. It says $40, and that says the set. And then it tells you what the set is. It tells you that it has dinner, dessert, salad, cup and saucer. And again, these particular pieces, about 40 bucks for all of it. You want to break this down? Let's break this down. $200 retail for the platter alone. Then you've got individual plates. These plates are $50 a plate. That's 50, 100, 50, 150. So that's $250 plus 200. That's $450. And then you've got $20 for each cup and saucer. So that's $450. That's $470. That's $490. That's $510. Right? I mean, this is unbelievable. And then you've got these other smaller plates. You've got a dessert plate and a bread plate, or a salad plate and a bread plate. Value on the whole set is coming around just about $550 for your $40 investment. If you can't see that that's a real bargain, wow, that's a real bargain. This is a beautiful partial set, but it's a beautiful set. And for 4, even if you just take the platter for 40 bucks, you're doing great. And anybody can use a platter like that, and reselling a platter like that would be easy to do too on any of the platforms, and I talk about that in my selling class too. I'm going to look through this men's rack for some clothes, basically nightshirts because they're big. Oh, you go boss, nice. Shorts, well, these wouldn't fit me, but I couldn't get an arm in these shorts, but these are nice name, of course, designer name shorts. There's some polo, St. John's Bay. Oh, here's a nice Tommy Hilfiger. Looks like new, and shirt. Passed by all the jeans, can't fit into them. Hey, Orlando Magic, my friend Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, he's a great guy. What a nice guy he is. So 32, right? Shaq, that's a nice piece. Yeah, he's a good guy. And you know we love our Disney, right? This one's nice, old school, but not from 1971. This particular shirt is later than that. It's Hanes, it's heavyweight. One of the things people look for with t-shirts, vintage t-shirts, is the weight of them, right? And how they're actually made. Nice strong collar that moves so it doesn't get all funny and it just gets all, you know, lost and loose. But this is nice. And what I like the best, I like the old school Walt Disney banner. And of course, Mickey Mouse looks like Steamboat Willie, the way he looked in 1928 when he was first introduced. So I like this. They want this. How much do they want for this? It's an extra large, so it might fit. $25 is what they want. It's worth double, so worth 50 bucks. And remember, in this store, everything is 60% off. So they've got a 60% off in this store too. So that means that it's not really 25, it's 60% off 25, and it's still worth 50 bucks. So this one you should take. But I'm leaving it here for you, just like I do. I leave everything here for you to find. I like this chair. It's a 19th century style chair that looks back to the 1750s, a guy named Thomas Chippendale. That's what it is, but it's got variations. So this chair has what's called a vasiform back. That means the form looks like a vase. When you hear these antique terms, don't get taken away by these antique terms. Vasiform, V-A-S-I, form, is vase form. That's all it means. So that looks like a vase. You see the vase back here? Okay, that's what that is. It has a curve. It curves down, and it supports your lumbar. So a lot of people don't realize that in the 19th century, hey, they were thinking about how you're comfortable too. So that's what you're looking at here. And this piece has a nice seat that is needlepoint. If you look at the needlepoint, you can see the needlepoint is new. So the chair is from the 1880s. The design is from the 1750s. The seat is made probably in the 1970s. So now you have 3 different time periods happening in this chair. But oftentimes seats get replaced. They don't impact value as long as it's been replaced and it's done well. So don't worry about changing the seat out. This also has what's called knees right here. This is the leg of the chair. Well, this is the knee. And this has an extenuated knee. That's what this is, right? And then if you go down the chair, you can see, of course, those feet right next to my foot. You can see that foot. That foot is called a paintbrush foot because it looks like a paintbrush when you're actually brushing the paint on. At the very bottom, you can see what's called a stretcher. That's these curved elements that are supporting the weight of this whole chair. It's really a nice piece. It's got a curved area right here at the bottom of the seat. I like this a lot. What is this price on this piece here? $50. $50. That seat alone is $50. This chair is worth $200 in a thrift store, $750 on the retail market. So that's a real bargain. This is a beautiful chair. Use it at the side of a dining room. Use it as you walk into a particular room in a home, maybe a foyer. That's a gorgeous chair. Reproduction Windsor chair. Why do I say reproduction? Look at the style of the wood. If this were an actual Windsor chair, it would be painted a bright color, like green or red or even black. But this is a reproduction from the 1900s, early 1900s to mid 1900s. Spindle back. These are spindles. I have a million spindles in my house. Let me tell you, I'm always dusting spindles. 1, 2, 3. And I don't have a cleaning lady. I don't know, I should probably try to have one, but I like to dust my own stuff. So, and then you have a turned piece here that supports this arm. You have a saddle seat. See this little curve in the seat? Kind of comes up like a saddle would. So it's got a indentation where your butt goes, and then you've got this comes up so each leg is supported. That's called a saddle seat. That's a hard bottom chair. Hard bottom chairs, of course, have a hard bottom. It's made of hard wood. 2 stretchers at the bottom, which also have a bulbous center, and the turned legs. The knees and the feet are not really identified. It's just turned. That's also typical of Windsor chairs. Windsor chairs date back to the late 18th century, that's the 1700s, and that's what George Washington might have been sitting in, a Windsor chair like this. But this one dates closer to about the 1920s and the 1930s. How much do they want for it? Let's see. They want $250 for the Windsor chair because it is, in fact, a relatively well-known design. A lot of people do look for it. I would say that's about retail. Now remember, in this particular store, and God love them, they give everybody 60% off these prices. So I want you to remember that 60% off that is going to be, of course, a real deal for that particular piece. But they've got it priced just about right. When they take 60% off that, solid hardwood, you want to look for quality. Cool finds here in Orlando. Stay tuned for more.